Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. My name is Cleo. It's been a while, I have to say. I've been so busy, life, as I always say, but yeah, when I do get the time, I relax and sit here. So I thought I would do that today. It's autumn, it's soon autumn. I don't know what this weather is over here, to be honest. It's ice cold and then it gets really warm. We don't even know what to wear. That's how it is over here in Sweden. To be honest, I have actually missed sitting here and talk about series, crime, and actually upload a big gaming video, which I haven't done for a while. I have been streaming though. Lately I've been reading a cult book. I'm watching now another serie, I want to say it just yet. And it's kind of about cult, I have to say. And yeah, my mission, let's say, was to talk about cults because that is something I am very interested in. So hopefully I'll get a cult video up sooner or later. I promise I'll do it when I find an opening like I did today. So we are going to talk about The Sandman, the series on Netflix. I'm gonna give an explanation about what it is about. I'm not gonna go so deep in it, and then I'm gonna state my opinion. The first season of The Sandman is about Morpheus, Dream, the Sandman. Morpheus is one of the seven endless. He is the lord of all dreaming and reality. The seven endless are destiny, dream, death, destruction, despair, desire, and delirium. I got them all. In the first episode, you will see Morpheus chasing down a man that is killing people and collecting their eyes. He's a nightmare called Corinthian. He escaped from the dream world to come up to reality and kill people. He is somewhat a collector, some people call him. Corinthian is seen as a very powerful collector. He is respected among other collectors that look up to his work and practice it themselves. What Corinthian does throughout the whole series is trying to make it harder for Morpheus to reach his goals by standing in his way or like manipulate other peoples that are important to Morpheus. So that's pretty much what he does throughout the whole series. As Morpheus is trying to get rid of Corinthian, he gets captured in an occult ritual by a British aristocrat called Roderick Burgess. He was actually trying to summon death. Roderick is gifted with evoking powers and performing black magic. Roderick would also take the totems of power from Sandman. He will take the helmet, the ruby, and the pouch of sand. These will later on be stolen by Roderick's lover that is carrying his child. Morpheus was locked up in a glass bubble, it looked like, and he was a prisoner there for hundreds of years. And that resulted in a sleepy sickness pandemic where people couldn't wake up from their dreams and some people couldn't even fall asleep. When Morpheus finally do escape, he returns to his kingdom, the world of dreams, only to find it in ruins thanks to his absence. He will also find out that his creations, a lot of them, went to the reality world. So at this stage he needs to summon the fates to get answers as to where his totems of powers are. When he gets a hold of this information, the mission starts. He's gonna go and get his totems and he's gonna try to rebuild his kingdom again. He's also going to try to capture the nightmares, the people that have fled reality world. But this won't only be his main mission. He will also need to fix the problem that is jeopardizing the wall between reality and dreams. He will face something so powerful that can travel through all the dreams and even come to his throne that is jeopardizing the dreams and the reality. The only thing he can do to secure the barricade is to kill the source. This season isn't only about him getting back his totems and getting back the nightmares. he also has to secure the barricades between dreams and reality. And when all of this is happening, a lot of other things is happening in between. You're wondering what would happen if there were no barricade. They show a pretty good example in the series. A woman gets pregnant in her dream and she wakes up pregnant. So technically our dreams would come true, but at the same time all our nightmares would too. So that's why the barricade has to be there. The Netflix series The Sandman is based by the comics that are written by Neil Gaiman. And they got published by the DC Comics. The series is developed by Neil Gaiman for Netflix. This is a supernatural, horror, fantasy superhero series that deserves an award for its outstanding quality. And this is obviously a very obvious thing to say, but if you are a fan of Neil Gaiman's work and loves his fantasy work and world, then obviously you can't pass this series by, then you're not a true fan. I have read 2 books of Neil Gaiman. I haven't entered his fantasy world that much, but I got tempted to watch this series and wow, it's a masterpiece. I got really confused in the beginning. I was wondering actually if it was a series or a movie. The language in this series is gold. I saw the first episodes, I was like, okay, another fantasy series just like the others, but the more I watched, the more I wanted to continue to watch. Morpheus is my favorite character. He's dark, he's powerful, and yet he has this calm. And when he speaks poetry. This character is so well made. He is just beautiful. The episode I found interesting was the episode where Morpheus was after his ruby. The ruby was in possession of a man called John. What he also did to the ruby was alter it so it only granted his wishes. And what John wished for was a world where nobody lied and where people could just be honest, because he didn't really understand why. Even though the psychologically aspect of this is pretty simple for me, it's still interesting to see because this series represents the result of it very well. It is a bit catastrophe, but it doesn't mean that couldn't actually happen if we were too honest with each other. You're asking, but of all the things that interest you, yeah, you know why? Because it's almost every day people tell me, why can't people just be honest with each other? Oh, people are so false. Don't tell me you walk through your work and never hear that. And don't tell me you never said it yourself, like, oh, why do people have to be so false? Why do people have to be so dishonest? Well, even lies and honesty needs a balance for this world to actually work, so we can work with each other. And that is why I found this fascinating. There was another part of the series that I felt was, maybe it wasn't that much for you guys, but for me it was pretty powerful. It was when he was trying to retrieve his helmet. It got stolen by a demon that is in hell. So he faced Lucifer. He had to fight Lucifer to get it back. Now the battle wasn't that interesting. It was what he said after the battle that I felt pretty strong. And it's because his language is just amazing. Here's the video, by the way.
Thank you, Lightbringer. The ruler of hell is honorable indeed. I will not forget this.
Honorable? You joke, surely. Look out there, Morpheus. The billion lords of hell stand arrayed about you. Tell us, why should we let you leave? Helmet or no, you have no power here. After all, what power have dreams in hell?
You say I have no power here. Perhaps you speak truly. But to say dreams have no power in hell... Tell me, Lucifer Morningstar, what power would hell have if those here imprisoned were not able to dream of heaven?
Like I said in the beginning of this review, that he has his main missions, but a lot of things are going on between them. And what they did perfectly here is that they made all the stories just follow a perfect line. So you don't get confused at all. Everything just fits well together, and I got really amazed by that. Because some series developers doesn't really understand how to do it right. But here it was just perfectly connected. There's another part in this series that I enjoyed watching. It was when Morpheus made a man from long ago immortal. This man wanted to become immortal and just live through life. The goal here was for Morpheus, or the goal for him was that he wanted him to beg him to die. So what he made a deal with this man that every 100 years, I think, he would meet him in the same cafe and he would tell him all his experience, this man that is immortal. He would tell him everything he's seen and everything like that, and see if he's done, let's say. That is a very interesting story, that one. Obviously, it goes, he went from a peasant to a really rich man, and then it goes up and down. But I don't remember him ever state that he wants to die. But the beautiful thing here also is that this man becomes an actual friend to Morpheus, and Morpheus doesn't have many friends. I love series that can have a bit of human psychology, even if the psychology in this series is pretty obvious, because it's showing what would happen if some of our dreams or wishes would come true. It's nice to see the obvious unfold sometimes, and just because it's obvious for us doesn't mean it's obvious for others. This series is not only going to be about the Sandman. Of course, there's 7 other endless powerful characters, so I think this series will introduce all of them. And like I said, don't pass this series by if you like fantasy, horror, superhero series. If you don't know so much about Neil Gaiman's work, then give it a chance here. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoy. I enjoy doing this. When I do find the time, I do it. I'm gonna try my hardest to upload a crime video soon. It's gonna take a bit of time. The crime video I want to do, like I said, is about cults. So I'm watching something about cults, kinda. And then I need to watch another documentary that I want to have in the same video. So, yeah. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.